Hello and welcome back. So today I am going to go over conditioning. Specifically, I'm going to go over the top 3 benefits of conditioning in conjunction with 3 levels of conditioning: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. But before we get to that, if you're a returning viewer, thank you very much. I really appreciate the support. If you're new here though, definitely subscribe. Don't worry, we'll wait for you. Done? Subscribed? Great. All right. The first is the beginning level. If you are beginning your health journey, and if you are beginning conditioning in any way, I recommend walking. Walking is a really good way to get into physical shape to begin with. If you're doing it for conditioning reasons and you're just starting out, I would walk. Give yourself like a mile, and in that mile, walk every minute or so. Walk as fast as you can, reasonably speaking. Walk at walk at an elevated pace until you are starting to get winded or just getting winded. Then slow back down, walk for another minute or 2, and then increase your pace again. And do that through your entire mile. So the first benefit of conditioning is that you have improved overall health. Once you're advancing in your walking, you can increase the difficulty by walking faster for longer distances. So you increase the pace for longer distances, longer amount of time, or you can increase how fast you're walking. You can even take that up to where you're doing a walk, then you're doing a light jog, then doing a walk, and then a light jog, and keep your conditioning going that way. Once you're ready to move beyond that, one of the best ways that I've found is to go into a kind of an intermediate circuit. The circuit that I use is knee highs. Do those for 20 seconds. Then I move to jumping jacks for 20 seconds. And then the third one in the circuit is mountain climbers. I do that for 20 seconds. Then I rest for a minute and then repeat that for 5 circuits. Now, when you get to a point where that isn't tough enough, you can decrease your rest time, decrease it to 45 seconds, decrease it down to 30 seconds. Do the circuit twice before you take a rest, or increase the speed at which you're doing the knee highs, the jumping jacks, and the mountain climbers. All of those are ways to increase that. Now the second benefit with conditioning exercises specifically is that you're increasing your VO2 max, which means your ability of your body to process oxygen. So you don't exhaust yourself nearly as quickly, you utilize fat better, and you have improved amounts of ATP. There's a really scientific reason why that is, that deals with the mitochondria of the cell and all this other stuff. Look it up online. I'm not a scientist or a doctor. Anyways, it increases ATP, which means you have more energy to burn when you're doing things like heavy lifting or exercise in general. All right, and the last one is when you get into a more advanced. For advanced conditioning, there are a ton of different circuits. My favorite circuit is to take a dumbbell of a weight that you can easily tolerate, do 5 dumbbell snatches in one hand, switch over to the other hand, do 5 dumbbell snatches in that hand, switch back to the original hand, do 5 dumbbell swings, do 5 double swings on the other hand, set the weight down, immediately go into 10 jump squats. From the jump squats, immediately go to battle ropes for 20 seconds, and then immediately move over to sledgehammer swings. And do sledgehammer swings 5 per side for a total of 10 each side. Switch on the 5. So you do 5 with one hand on the top, switch to the other hand on top, do 5, and then switch back. Then you rest for 60 to 90 seconds, and you repeat that circuit 5 times, and that will leave you absolutely exhausted to start off with. But the cool thing about conditioning is that as you improve, you can add more stuff to it so that you can always keep yourself advancing. So that brings us to the third, and I keep looking over here. That brings us to the third benefit of conditioning. Improved VO2 max is correlated with a significant drop in all-cause mortality. That means a decrease in mortality risk for cardiac events, a decrease in mortality risk for cancers, especially colon cancer. So you men out there, especially you 50-year-old men like myself, improve your conditioning. And all-cause mortality. So every type of mortality decreases if your VO2 max is improved. Conditioning improves your VO2 max. And that's it. If you need some motivation to get started on your conditioning, check out that video. Otherwise, check out that one. Have fun, keep getting stronger, guys.